Okay, time to do some stuff on the computer now. Hi, I'm just trying to share the stream on social media. Just a moment, everybody. Hi, John, how are you doing? Hi, Shadow Wolf.
How are you doing?
Hi, Shadow Wolf. Just a sec, you guys. I'm just trying to share the stream wherever it needs to be shared. Just a moment. Ice cream. Ice cream? Okay. No. Just a second. Should not be long, guys. I'm so sorry. Connection. Hi, Dusty. I'm very good, and you, Shadow? Okay. Just a second, you guys. Okay, perfect. Just trying to make everything Gucci. Just a moment, everybody. Twitter. Okay. Just a moment. Nin! I got the Nin! Oh, she's joining everything. Just a moment, you guys. I'll be right back. So sorry, you guys. I just had to deal with some technical stuff. I'm just trying to share everything on the proper social media. Just a second. We will be done very, very soon. And I will be starting to talk to you guys very, very soon. Hmm. Just a moment. Hey everyone, hi Cage, how you doing, Cage? Just a sec, you guys, I'm gonna be on here in just a moment. I'm just trying to upload everything. It won't be long. Sorry. Hi back. Okay, perfect. Go to post. Go to post. Modify this. Okay. Just one last little thing that I have to do, and then I am good. Share on Facebook. Okay, perfect. We are good. I'm just gonna try to catch up with the comments. Just a moment. Okay. So hi John, hi Shadow, hi Dusty, hi Cage. Hey everyone, how's everyone tonight? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Oh, welcome Raiders. Hi Raiders. Hi everybody. Hi Baha. Take all the time you need. Thank you. I'm just gonna close my windows. Perfect. Okay. I'm done. I was just trying to make sure that everything was Gucci, as some people would say. Everything was Gucci. So yep. Okay. Okay, so before I start this, well, before I officially start talking, I would just like you guys to just simply go on my blog. I will put the link over here, and just simply there's in the homepage there's a section for the comments. I would just want you guys to just simply go in the homepage down, check out the site a little bit, and leave me just a little comment. Tell me if you like it, tell me if you don't like it, tell me what you guys think, tell me what you guys want me to uh, do with the site. What would you guys like to see on the site? So that would be very much appreciated, and if you can, please just share it. It's very important to me. So as you guys can see from the title of the stream today, I kind of want to make it a well, okay, I'm just gonna start from the beginning. Okay, so I started my own site, as you guys can see, and on that site I can post like articles or poems or live chats, because right now you guys see me live on YouTube, but the link is also on my site, so whoever visits my site can also come to this YouTube, to this stream, and start talking with us, which is very cool, and I like it. And so yeah, it's all about depression, anxiety, doing some life changes, getting healthy mentally and physically, which I'm going on a journey right now, because I am well, I'm trying to get healthy on every aspect of my life. Hey, what's up, Blazing? Okay, so if I don't answer your comments right away, it's just because I'm trying to explain where I'm going at with everything. Yeah, I'm trying to get healthy on every aspect of my life, which is why I am currently on a list to go do an operation that will help me lose weight and get healthier physically. That's physically. But mentally, there's also one thing that I don't see, like, I see a lot of people talking about it, but I don't see a lot of people mentioning what they, like, people usually talk about it and ask people, okay, how are you feeling and stuff like that, but they don't talk about how they are feeling. So I struggle with, some of you may know, some of you may not know. I've told a couple of people. I know maybe Dusty and a couple of other people know. I suffer from anxiety and depression. And here's the thing, with anxiety and depression is it comes in different shapes and forms. With some people it might be, sorry guys, I just stressed on myself. With some people it might be social anxiety, or just anxiety due to something that happened to them in their life. But for me it's more I don't feel like there's like a major event that happened in my life that gave me anxiety. I just feel like it's part of like who I am as an adult, is like I have, like, I don't know how to explain it, because for me it's not like, oh, something happened to me as a child and oh my god, then I became super anxious, super depressed, and I had all those troubles. No, it's more like 3 years ago. I will be back in a few minutes. Sorry, be right back. It's okay, Cage. It's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on going with my story though. Me and my mom have bipolar and depression. Yeah. Usually, sometimes those types of things go together, and yeah. So for me, it happened 3 years ago when I started having hypochondria, which is when you think that you're always sick. Like, I would literally get out of bed, feel like numbness in my fingers, and be like, oh my god, I have cancer. Oh my god, I have this. Oh my god, I have that. So I have bipolar mood swings. Yeah. I will get to that, Kate. And sorry, Blazing, I'm gonna get to that. I'm just trying to explain my story first, and then I'm gonna get to your comments and everything. So yeah, this is what happened with me. I used to go to the doctor quite often and be like, oh my god, I'm having a heart attack. Oh my god, I'm doing this. Oh my god. And then one day, I went to the emergency room, and I was like freaking out because I said, I'm having a heart attack. Like, I have heart issues. I know there's something wrong with my heart. I know I'm going to die. And they did all the tests that they had to do. They tested my heart. They tested everything. And they were like, you're not suffering from a heart condition. You don't have anything. what you are suffering from is hypochondria, and we feel like you need to go see the psychiatrist. So that's when they referred me to the psychiatrist at the emergency room. And well, here how it works is just that it's very hard to get therapy here in Canada because it's either very expensive or it's like a very long waiting list. So to see a psychiatrist on a daily basis, it's super expensive. But at the emergency room, they give it to you for free, but it's only one time. You see him one time and then it's done. Then you have to pay. So yeah, so I went there, I did a lot of tests with her, and she's like, okay, you have anxiety. Okay, she just told me you have anxiety, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna prescribe you those pills, and in a couple of weeks you need to go see a psychologist, and that's it. On your own. Okay. Like, that's basically throwing somebody outside and just be like, fend for yourself, right? So I started taking the medication, and then 2 weeks later, I was feeling good. I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling good. Everything went away. I don't need to go see a doctor. Like, I'm feeling good. Stopped the meds. Was feeling super well. Did not feel like I needed anything. And then then 2 years later. So that's the thing with anxiety, is that sometimes it comes back way after. 2 years later, I'm super happy with my life. I have an amazing boyfriend. I have amazing parents. I go to school. Nothing's wrong, you know. And it kicks back again, but it kicks back in another form. I don't feel like I'm sick anymore. I feel like I'm dangerous. I still felt like I was sick. I just had this obsession that I was mentally ill. Like, I kept telling people, I was like, oh my God, I'm mentally ill. I have a psychosis. I am crazy. I was so scared, and I kept on like thinking that I was crazy. And so I went to my boyfriend, very nice guy, brought me to the emergency room, and he stayed with me in the emergency room until I saw a psychiatrist again. Psychiatrist told me the same thing. He's like, Rana, this is anxiety. This is all in your head. Like, before it was physical symptoms, now it's more of like mental symptoms. Guys, I was in my bed, in my room for months. Like, from October this year until now. I was freaking out every single day. I would call my boyfriend, call my parents, call everybody, freaking out. Like, something's wrong with me. People help me. And at the end of the day, everybody got so pissed. Everybody got so mad because I kept on like asking for the help, asking for the reassurance, and they were like, you know what, like, fend for yourself, you know, go do things by yourself. So I decided that I was gonna go through a process to have an operation to help me lose weight, because I have a thyroid problem. So, and that links to my anxiety. Sometimes when you have a thyroid problem, it gives you anxiety too. If you guys don't know what's a thyroid, it's that little thing in your, it's like right here in your neck, and that can control if you lose weight. You can gain weight. If it doesn't work anymore, sometimes you gain weight, sometimes you lose weight, and that sometimes changes your mood too. And in order to have that operation, I needed to go for 4 months. I had to go to the hospital, which is 4 hours away from my house, and literally have sorry guys, see the psychologist there, see the nutritionist there, see the physiologist there. And honestly, even if it was just once a month, it really helped me to talk to the psychologist that was there. Because here's the thing about psychologists, they don't have any any they don't have any relationship with you, so they don't have to help you, and they don't judge you. Like if you go to a psychologist and you tell him, I am, what's in my mind is that I am thinking that I want to hit people because people are really annoying me, and I'm afraid that I'm going to slip up and hit people. Like he won't judge you. He won't be like, oh my god, like you're a bad person. He's just gonna try to understand why you're doing it. So yeah, I started to see him like once a month, and he told me, he's like, you know what, it's very good that we're seeing each other right now, but you need more than that. You need constant you need somebody to constantly follow you. So right now I started group therapy, and I go every Tuesday, and it's just a bunch of people from all ages. I think I'm the youngest one over there, and we all sit down and we just talk about it. We just talk about everything that annoys us. Why? Because when you have anxiety or depression, there's a reason behind it. Like you might not know what's the reason behind it. Like me right now, I can't pinpoint the reason why I have anxiety. I can't say this is the reason why I have anxiety. I have not figured it out yet. But what the experts are telling me is that there's a reason behind it. And I want to figure it out. And I want to help other people figure it out. So I know it's like sometimes it's hard because when you're talking to somebody, you expect them to have all the answers and just give them to you. Well, in my case, I don't have all the answers, but I would still like to help some people. And if you guys want to share your stories with me, share what's wrong with you guys, tell me something, then maybe we can help each other. So now that I've told you guys my story and what I feel, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. If you guys want to type away how you guys feel, what's going on with you guys, feel free, and I will try to help you the best I can. At least we will all try to help each other. I know, Son of Blazing, you wrote earlier that you and your mom suffer from bipolar disorder. Is that right? I'm just gonna make sure that it was you. Maybe it wasn't. Just a second. Me and Mama. Yeah, it was Son of Blazing. Oh, hi Jovi. How are you doing, Jovi? Yeah, it was Son of Blazing. Yeah, I mean, anxiety can bring on a lot of other mental illnesses, and to be honest, something like bipolar disorder, it's uh, it's also from your parents give it to you. Which anxiety too, it's also genetics that come into it. I'm going through therapy for anger issues. Okay, do you go like once a week, once a month? How does it go for you? And is it helping you? Does it help you to go to therapy? How often do you go to therapy for it? Because I go to therapy. I used to go to individual therapy, and he wasn't helping me too much. So now I go to a group therapy. But that's besides the therapy that I go to once a month, because you have to have like a regular follow up, not just like once a month. You have to have like every week. You have to go to talk to somebody. Tuning in real quick to say that you are awesome, babe. Keep up the great work. Thank you, babe. Thank you. And also, what I would say is that, to be honest, for me, I don't know if any of you guys experienced that, but for me, okay, I don't want to say something and then like have people once a week, and then it helped me a lot. Nice. That's awesome, because I've been going to therapy and I haven't seen the results yet, but I'm hoping that I'll see them very soon. And also, for what I was gonna say is that for me, it's hard to say because I don't want to say something and then have somebody watch the stream after and offend somebody. But for me, my parents, it's part of the reason why I'm doing this right now. My parents, my family, because you can't understand. You can sometimes Okay, I'm just gonna put it in a way that I won't offend anybody, okay? Sometimes some people do not understand until they live it, right? And I get that it's not all everybody. That's why I said some people. For me, my family, they didn't understand because they didn't live with it. So, you know, well, my boyfriend understood. He didn't understand 100%, and maybe he still doesn't understand 100%, but he tries. He tries to understand every day. My family, they got a little bit fed up with it, and I understand them. Who wants to live with somebody that is constantly depressed or constantly anxious? Nobody. So I understand them. But I do feel like everybody needs, if your family doesn't understand you, it's hard. It's hard, and we all need somebody who is there and who understands us, which is why I created my site, which is why I'm doing those lives right now, which is why I'm doing everything I can to get the word out there, get the word out there that there is people that are willing to be here for free and to just talk about it and to be honest about it, and not to help. Like, I'm not saying that I can help you guys, but I'm saying that together we can help each other, and we can help each other in the sense that we can give each other relief. We can, sometimes sometimes it feels good just to be there and talk about it, just to say it. So I just want you guys to feel free to talk to me and comment about it, and whether you guys are going through it, whether you guys understand it, whether you have a family member that's going through it. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to listen to your stories, like you guys just listened to my story, and hopefully together we can support each other. Another thing that I did find very useful for me, and it's everybody has their own thing, but do whatever you're passionate about. Like for me, I'm so passionate about writing. I love writing. I I could sit down all day in front of a computer and literally just write everything. But when I'm in my anxious moments, well, when I'm in my anxious days, sorry, I can't say moments because um, they're not just moments, they're days, they're weeks, they're months of uh, being in a constant panic state. I can't write. I I just sit down. Everybody tells me, okay, well, you have anxiety. Do what helps you, write. And I'm like, I sit down in front of my computer. I put everything aside, and I try to write, and it doesn't come out because everything that I'm thinking, because I can't stop thinking what my anxiety wants me to think. Because at the end of the day, um, those thoughts that we have when we have anxiety, that's just what they are. They are thoughts that are driven by anxiety in our head. So if you walk down the street and you think you have social if you have social anxiety, and you walk down the street and you think, oh my god, if I see people, I'm gonna panic, everything's gonna end and stuff. That's just that's your anxiety telling you that, but you are not your anxiety. You're not your anxiety. You are you, and your anxiety is something else. Your anxiety invades your brain. I got heart issues. You got heart issues? How do you have heart issues, Dustin? What are your heart issues? I don't have heart issues, by the way. I don't. It's just at one point in my life, I thought that I had heart issues because of my anxiety. Because I was hypochondriac and I thought I had everything. But I do know some people. That's what that's the part that I have a little bit of trouble with, and I will explain it to you guys. In my support group and in the people that I do know, um, their anxiety, like it all comes out of something. Like somebody has anxiety because their grandma died. Somebody has anxiety because they were assaulted. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, you guys have real reason to have the reasons behind your anxiety are real. But for me, there's nothing wrong with my life. And even the psychologist, he will sit down and he will ask me, Rana, okay, do you know why you have anxiety? There must be a trigger. And I'm like, I don't know. I have normal issues like normal people, you know. I have loving parents. Yeah, we fight sometimes, but I still love them and they love me. I have a wonderful boyfriend. I don't see what's wrong with my life, you know? So that's right now, this is my issue. I don't know why I have that anxiety. I'm dealing with so much debt in the last month. Wow, who died, Jesse? Do you feel comfortable telling us, Jesse, who died? And or how are you dealing with it? Are you it must be hard for you, but are you still able to um, do everything that you're supposed to do in a day, or does it give you issues? It beats faster than normal. Okay, I know some people who have that issue, Dusty, and yes, it does suck and it does give you a lot of problems. I know my aunt on my dad's side had a lot of issues with that too. I also have I don't know if that helps you, Jesse, but I've dealt with a lot of at some point of my life. I have that dealt with a lot of debt too in my life. Like my two grandmothers passed away. My two grandfathers passed away too. My grandmothers passed away in the span of like the same 2 years, but still very close to each other. I've lost also one of my aunts. So I know what it's like to deal with that, and I know that that can be a very big trigger for some people. Stella, a friend, Walter, and Chris, my mother's friends. But I lost contact with my family 2 years ago after she screamed at me and said I was a damn mistake. Who screamed at you and said that you were a mistake? Your mom? Wait, I'm just trying to understand. Who screamed at you, Jesse? Who screamed at you and told and said that you were a mistake? And both my grandparents are dead. Yeah, that is tough. And you know what, Jesse? Um, Maybe your mom just said that out of anger because you know. Here's the thing about parents. Sometimes they say stuff and they don't know what well, they know what they're saying, but they don't know the repercussion behind what they're saying. Because the same words that your mom said to you, um, may I ask you, Jesse, how old you are? Is it an answer that you can give me? How old are you, Jesse? Yeah, that's pretty sad. But how old are you, Jesse? Because you know what? You're 17. Okay. I have had the same conversation with my parents when I was a teenager too, Jesse. And they've told me the same thing. I've heard my mom say that I was a mistake. I've heard everybody say that I was a mistake. I've been alone for 2 years. So you moved out of your house, right? You moved out of your house, Jesse? Are you living alone right now or are you living with somebody else? So yeah, I have dealt with that and sometimes, you know what? It's just not worth it, Jesse. Don't hold a grudge against it because sometimes parents they say stuff they say stuff they don't understand what's behind they don't understand the repercussion of what they're saying. You got kicked out. I live in an apartment in DC. Okay, okay. You got kicked out of your house by your parents, I suppose, right? My God. Jesse, honestly, I've been kicked out so many times from from my parents' house too when I was 16. And have you spoken to your mom since then, or your dad? Because sometimes, you know, parents, like I said, they do stuff and they don't really mean them. Or they say stuff that they don't really mean either. But I do know, Jesse, that but I know how somebody telling you that your mistake can make you feel, and honestly, it sucks, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that, Jesse. Honestly, there's no words to the feeling that you get when somebody throws those words at you. I don't even know if they're alive anymore. 2 years and no contact. Okay. Have they ever tried to contact you in those 2 years? Do you know if you do you know if they even tried to contact you? And trust me, Jesse, you're not a mistake. You are not a mistake. Because you know what, Jesse? God makes no mistakes. And I'm not a big believer in God, and I'm not a big religious person, but I do believe that everybody is here for a reason. You're not a mistake, Jesse. You are not. And have you ever, Jesse, did you try to contact them? Have you ever tried to contact them? Like, did you ever pick up the phone and try to look for their number or try to contact them? Yeah, no one is a mistake. I honestly, like I said, I'm not a big believer in God, but there's a reason why we are all on this earth. And if your mom said that you are a mistake and she meant it, then I'm sorry, Jesse, but if she didn't mean it, because sometimes parents, they say stuff that they don't mean. My parents did. I didn't. I had nothing when I left. Okay. Sometimes they say stuff that they don't mean. But if you actually know, Jesse, that she did mean it, and that is the way she is, for real, and that's the way that she thinks, then Jesse, you are better off without that person in your life. Trust me, there's no one that deserves to have those words thrown at them, okay? And if she really means those words that she said to you, she's a goner. She's a negative person, and you should not have her in your life, and you should be happy that you don't have her in your life. But I am sorry, however, for you. I'm sorry because you had somebody like that try to tell you stuff that are not true. I'm sorry because your mother, that's supposed to protect you and love you, said those words to you. Okay? But then again, maybe she did not mean them. Maybe she said the words and she regretted them after, which I hope that she did, because you do not deserve that. And then I had nothing when I left, okay? So no one is a mistake. I'm so sorry for you, sorry, Jesse. Yeah, sorry, Jesse. But to be honest, Jesse, I feel like that all the time, but I know it is not true. It is not true, Son of Blazing. It's not true. And Son of Blazing, what makes you feel like that? You're 11 years old. Tell me, like, if you can, tell me what makes you feel like that. Because at 11 years old, you should not be feeling like that. To Jesse, I am really, really trying right now to have some understanding towards your parents. I'm really trying to, like, in a sense, I'm trying to not blame them because I don't know the full story. But to be honest, Jesse, if I was a mother and there was an issue between me and my child, and I said those words, okay, and then I kicked my child out after a week, after 2 weeks, like, I could not try to find my child. And trust me, if I try to find my child, I am gonna find my child. I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna make things right with him. Because you do not leave your child with the last words that you said to him, or is that one of the last words that you said to him is that he was a mistake. That's not cool. That's really, really not cool. And I like, I don't want to bash your mom because I don't know the whole story, as I said, but like, you are better off without a person like that in your life. Trust me. I feel like that all the time, but I know it's not true. It is just like everyone hates me and treats me worse than everyone else. I had the same problem too. Okay, here's my thing. I have the same problem too, son of blazing, and that problem doesn't go away. I have the same problem in a way that I feel like um, I do everything wrong and everybody else does everything right. I feel like everybody else in my family does so much things that are right and I do everything wrong. And everything comes back to the fact that um, I'm bigger than everybody else in my family. So they judge me more because we live in a world, well, I live in a world, in a family that is a little bit more physical oriented, you know? So I always feel like I'm judged more because I'm bigger. But here's the thing. I feel like that, but is it true? No, it's not true. It's not true because people love you. Like my parents, they still love me even though they treat me differently. They don't treat me differently. I feel like they treat me differently, but they don't. And people in general too. People in general too. Sometimes someone does something to you and you feel like it's harsh and you feel like it's only on you, but then you take a step back and you look at everything and you're like, oh no, it's not only on me, it's on everybody else. But I do know that feeling. I know what you're talking about because I feel that every day. I feel that every single day. I feel like people are mean to me. I feel like people don't like me. I felt that every day since I was in freaking primary school. Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question though, Blazing, and if you want to answer, you can answer. If you don't, you can't. You don't. Do you have a lot of friends at school? Just answer that question, and I'll tell you after why I asked you that question. If you don't want to answer it, then it's okay. You don't have to. Not many things depress me or give me anxiety. Shit just makes me angry. Simple shit that people do. Oh, I know, I know, I know. P-Mob, trust me. Well, not in the sense that not many things give me anxiety. A lot of things give me anxiety. A lot of things depress me. But like I feel you in a sense that people do stuff that like make me freaking want to kick them. Like I don't understand why. But what kind of things that people do make you angry, P-Mob? That's what I want to know. No. Like my level of anger when someone cuts me off is the same as if someone hurts my kid. I have like two and I don't think they are even my friends. Blazing, I'm just gonna answer Blazing first. Blazing, you remind me of myself so much because I didn't really have any friends in school. No, don't really have any friends now either. I don't really. So I understand why you feel that way. I understand when you don't have much friends, it's easy to think that everybody does not like you. And I can't tell you that it's normal or that it will go away because I'm still dealing with that too. But I can tell you, Blazing, that you're not the only one that feels that way. So if you're not the only one that feels that way, then it must be that it's not you, it's something that's going on with people. Because I feel that way too. I don't have a lot of friends either. Well, I actually don't have any friends, as I said. And I've always felt like people did not like me. It's easy to feel like people don't like you when nobody wants to be around you, right? I know how you feel, Blazing. I know. I like my living anger when someone cuts me off is the same as when someone hurts my kid. I have two, and I don't think they are even my friends. Yeah, same problem with me. Exact same thing, bro. Except that you're 11 and I'm 24. I don't have anxiety, but I get pissed off. I don't know how I am a streamer or how people even come hang out. I may be mellow on stream, but that's because gaming keeps me sane. Oh boy, PMob. I don't have anger issues, but I do know that a lot of things piss me off. A lot of things piss me off in life, and I do understand how it can be like some little thing could piss you off more than the same amount as some big thing can piss you off. I totally understand, but you know what, PMob? You are doing a great job as a streamer. I just have to tell you that. And if streaming keeps you calm, then just keep streaming and just keep finding those moments that keep you calm. Because honestly, on stream, you are so chill. Like, you are so chill. I would look at you on stream and I would not be like, oh, this guy has anger issues. So as long as you have something that keeps you, that like makes you calmer, keep using that. But I do understand how that could be like very annoying on a day-to-day basis. And I just want to ask you one question, PMob. Does it happen? Because for me, it happens to me towards my significant other, which is Frank. You guys all know Frank. I will get mad at him for like stupid stuff, like the most simple stuff. I will get pissed at him. So does it happen to you too, PMob? Do you do that to the people that are closest to you? Do you get more mad at the people that are closest to you? I had two guys in my class. I have anger issues too, Parlor. Yeah. Well, sometimes anger issues come with anxiety. I understand that. I had two guys in my class that is Sky, and they do not have much friends. What I did is I went and talked to them, and I built a friendship with them. They are two of my best friends. I try to help. That's very, very nice of you, Cage. Not a lot of people are as nice as you are, Cage. Unfortunately, most people, they see the two people that don't have friends, they just leave them there and they tease them even more and they are mean. That's how the world is. Most people are mean. Hi, Alex. Yeah, hi, Alex. My mom tells me I have an anger issue. It's hard to. Why does she say that? In which moment does she tell you that, Cage? People say I'm a grumpy person when I'm not. I'm not. My parents think I'm also grumpy, but I feel like it's just how they label me when in reality I just don't get mad over things. Maybe, Alex, maybe it's just the way. Sometimes, honestly, it's just the way that your face is. Like, for me, I have instances where I'm super happy, but I just have a resting bitch face. So maybe it's just the way your face is, to be honest. Sorry. Or maybe it's just that sometimes it's just the way you answer, because maybe sometimes people answer like in a straight way, and that can be misconstrued and taken as somebody who is grumpy, but that's not really somebody who's grumpy. It's just a straight face. I've been doing well with my depression for 5 years. Even after I got kicked out, I got a job in an apartment and a car, and even a dog. My only friend Stella has an amazing listener, and I liked her. Was an amazing listener. I liked her. Oh, you liked her, like where you had like, Jesse, I'm not sure if I understand. You had like feelings for her, like love feelings for her. And Jesse, to be honest, that's the thing with depression and anxiety. It can go well for a long amount of time and then it hits you like a rock. And that's the thing. That's why it sucks so much, because sometimes your life is going so well and then it just comes out of nowhere. But I would say, Jesse, I'm a great listener. Everybody on here is a great listener. We are here to listen to you, and sometimes you might feel more comfortable talking to strangers. But then again, we're not professionals. So Jesse, if it ever gets really, really bad, Like, I would urge you to go talk to a therapist. Have you ever spoken to a therapist about your issues, Jesse? It's not really my face, but my parents are always misunderstand me because of the way I answer them. Um, Alex, you're 18 years old, right? You're 18, right? I'm not sure, so I'm just asking. I'm not a person who keeps grudges or gets enraged over things, but I don't like when people call me grumpy because I'm not. Okay. 17, close. Okay. But that's with parents, honestly, 12 to 18, that's the teenager symptom, okay? My parents, when I was a teenager, they always thought that I was angry. Now they always think that I'm sad. Now it's something else. They always think that I'm sad. But I feel like it's normal for for parents to always think that their teenager is angry. And I know that you're not angry. It shows from the comments that you post sometimes on streams that you're clearly not an angry person. But yeah, sometimes parents can misunderstand a lot of things that we tell them. I have the same issue with my parents, just me. There's no like, I could say something very, very nice and they can be like, "Oh, you're sad? Oh my god, what's going on?" They just don't get it. They don't understand things. Though I knew Stella was gay before she came out, but when she did, she was harassed and attacked by people for no reason. A few weeks ago, she committed suicide. Wow. Wow. That, okay, I have a big, big issue with people that harass other people because of the way they look, of their gender, of their sexual orientation. Like, I hate that to my core. And maybe because I have a brother and my brother is gay. My brother is gay and he came out when he was 16 and he was harassed a lot. He came through it, but it hurt him. It hurt him deep inside of him. And I also have an issue with suicide. Okay, I don't want to start a debate. I don't want to. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say it, okay? Jesse, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry that you lost your best friend. I'm so sorry that you lost somebody that was really important to you. And I feel your pain. I've known someone that committed suicide too, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all. It's heartbreaking because you know that that person was suffering so much. That's why they had to commit an act that is so horrendous. With that said, I have an issue with suicide, and my issue with suicide is I feel, and I don't want to like judge. I don't want to like anybody to get mad at me for saying that, but I'm just gonna say how I feel. Okay, I feel that suicide is it's okay. How do I say that without hurting anybody's feelings? Suicide, it's not courageous. Suicide is it's weak. That's what it is. When somebody commits suicide, it's really weak and it's really selfish because they don't think about the people that they're leaving behind. Okay? Like your friend Stella, okay? I'm pretty sure she was an awesome person. I'm pretty sure she was strong and she was beautiful and beautiful. But the act of suicide in itself is very selfish. It's very selfish and it only hurts like you're gone. When you committed suicide, you're gone. You don't have to deal with things anymore. But the people that you leave behind, those are the people that have to deal with things. This is my issue with suicide. I feel like It's horrible, and yes, they went through a lot to get to that point. But there's so much stuff that we can do to not get to that point. And like I'm saying, like I said, I know there's like a mental issue with that too. But there's, guys, there is so much people here to support you, to help you. Suicide's not the answer. And I feel for you, Jesse. I feel for you a lot. You know why? Because if my only support system that I had just decided that one day, because yes, she was fed up, and yes, it was a lot for her, and yes, it must have been super hard for her, but my only support system died one day, and it wasn't an accident. She did it herself and just left me. I feel for you, Jesse. Yes, suicide does not end the pain, it passes it on. It does. It does. That's a very beautiful quote. That is very, very true. And honestly, Jesse, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, we are here. We're here for you. I will put again the link to my blog, Jesse, and if you feel like you need to talk to me, you can just comment on one of my pages on my blog, and I will reply to you, because I'm here for you, because I understand what it is. I have been friends with somebody that committed suicide, so I understand what it is. And because you just said that you lost your only support system, so I feel that you should have people that are here to support you, and we are here to support you. But if it ever gets too much, Jesse, try to go seek therapy. Have you ever been to therapy, Jesse, for your depression and your anxiety? I'm just gonna scroll into the comments because I've missed a lot of comments from everybody. So that doesn't mean I'm angry, lol. I hate people who harass people. Yeah, I hate people who harass people too. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. When I was in high school, my brother is 6 years older than me, okay? So the first year that I was in high school, my brother had just got out of high school. The people that were with him in high school were with me now in high school. And at that time, I didn't know that my brother was gay. Because for me at that time, gay, I didn't have any like knowledge about those things. I just knew that my brother was a very cool person. I loved my brother. That's all I knew. And then people started picking on me and started saying, "Oh, your brother's gay. Your brother is gay. Your brother is gay." And I didn't understand. I was like, "Okay, what the hell's going on?" And then one day my brother came to me and he explained to me. He's like, "Rana, yes, I am gay. I like boys, but I do like girls too. So I'm not just gay. I'm bisexual." And I was like, "Okay, what's wrong with that? Why is it such a big deal? Why are people like making such a big deal out of it?" So when I went back to school, one of the girls told me, she comes to me, she's like, "Haha, your brother's gay. Your brother probably like does things with guys." And I'm like, I looked at her and I'm like, "What's the big deal? Like, what the hell? How does it affect your life if he's gay?" Their misconception of things is kind of annoying and condescending, because they don't take me out anymore or do anything with me or my brother. They always portray us as being kind of distant. I was a kid and I didn't like going to places where my parents went, because I was a kid. So I didn't want to go anywhere they went, because it's not a place where a kid belongs. But now that I want to go, they won't take you, right? Is that what it is, Alex? They won't take you? Oh boy, parents, huh? Parents. Here's the thing with parents, guys. You can do everything, every single little thing they want you to do. You can be the perfect child. You can be nice to them, smile all the time. You can have a positive attitude. Bye, Son of Blazing. Sorry. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, you can have a positive attitude. You can be nice to them. You can do everything that they ask you to do. You can freaking cook for them. You can do anything, okay? And they will still find something to blame you for. They will. They will still find something that is wrong with you. So Alex, if it wasn't your attitude, it would have been something else. I can guarantee you that. If it wasn't your attitude, it would have been, oh, you don't do this. Oh, you don't do that. I'm telling you, that's the way it is with parents. That's the way they are. You'll never be nice enough for them. You'll never be perfect enough for them. And I think it's really sad, actually, that you don't take somebody somewhere because of their attitude. That's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. If you think that that your child has a bad attitude or whatever, you just talk to them. You don't like push them out of your life and not take them anywhere with you. That makes no sense. I'm sorry, Alex, but your parents makes no sense. And I know that because I live the same thing with my parents sometimes. Because when my dad okay, I'm not gonna bash my parents, okay, because I love my parents. My parents will never say anything like they will do everything for you. They will bring you everything you need. They will everything. But when it comes to giving you a compliment or saying something nice about you, that'll never come. That'll never ever come. In fact, my dad will always, when he gets mad or anything like that, he will always say that he has the most horrendous children, the most horrible children. Oh my God, what did I do to deserve those children? So I understand where you're coming from, Alex, and honestly, it is really, really sad. But you know what? Like, it's weird because I was different back then when I was a kid, and I know, sorry, I missed a comment. It's weird because I was different back then. I was a kid, and now I want to see and go to new places, but they don't want to take me. You know what, Alex? You should have a talk with. Did you ever try to have a talk with them and ask them, why don't you want to take me to those places? What is wrong with me that you don't want to take me? Because that's what makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. That kind of attitude, that's what breaks someone's self-esteem. It's like when you're 10, the decision and thinking process is different than when you're 17. Obviously. But the thing that's wrong with parents, like I said before, is that they say and they do stuff and they don't understand the repercussion of what they say. They pull the same trump card. What's the trump card? I'm not understanding where you're going with that. Hey Dana, how you doing, girl? How you doing, Dana? The same answer. Oh, okay. They give you the same answer all the time. You know what, Alex? You're almost 18, bro. Soon, you will be able to go all of the places without them. Yeah. Alex, don't ever expect your parents to say that they're wrong. I learned the hard way that my parents will never apologize to me. They will never say sorry. They will never say that they're wrong. I always have to apologize. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the bottom line with parents, okay? From birth, you kind of owe your parents, right? You owe them because they gave you food, they gave you shelter, they gave you everything. And, well, you feel like you kind of owe them. And when you grow up, sometimes they say stuff or they do stuff that kind of make you feel bad. Like yesterday, I will give you guys an example. Yesterday, I walk out of my house, my dad goes, oh, like I'm feeling myself. I'm like, oh, I'm so pretty today. I like myself, you know. My dad goes, oh, maybe somebody will finally, you know, he goes, oh, your operation is coming soon because my operation is supposed to help me lose weight, right? Maybe somebody will finally look at you. And I was like, what the hell? Where the hell did that come from? But then again, like if I go to my dad and if I tell him, Dad, you said that to me, you should apologize. Is he gonna say sorry? No, he's never gonna say sorry. He's always gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna apologize for anything. I was not wrong. You were wrong. Same thing with your parents, Alex. If you go to them and you'd be like, why aren't you guys taking me places? You guys should apologize for that. They're never gonna apologize. So just let it go, Alex. Soon enough, you're almost 18. In a couple of years, you're gonna be able to move out. You're gonna be able to go to all of those places on your own. Is it really worth? It's not actually. I know it's not worth the trouble of trying to make them understand. If you've tried to talk to them once or twice and they didn't understand, just let it go. Just let it go. Because honestly, it's not worth it. You're gonna do yourself more harm than anything. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna catch up with the comments. Just one moment, guys. It gets hard and it gets in. What? Just a second. Okay. Sometimes I feel to knock the hell out of my friends. Yeah, don't do that, Zion. That is not gonna resolve anything. I'll be 18 this month. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Jesse, in advance. It gets hard and then will get easy. Tonight is a busy night for me, running up and down. I will be 18 in July. Can't wait. Just do what you love. Yeah, honestly, when you live under your parents' roof, you just have to let it go. You just have to, like, you can talk to them about an issue once or twice, and if they don't understand, just let it go. It's not worth it. Soon enough, you're gonna move out, and then you'll be able to do whatever you want to do. Yeah, and I don't get sad anymore. I just found my own peace with other things that I enjoy, which makes me not get stressed or feel depressed. Yeah, that's exactly it, Alex. Just do what you gotta do. I do art, music, walk, etc. Nice. You guys want to know what I do? I do streams. I write on my blog, and writing actually it's so good to me. Like I'm able to write everything that I feel. So yeah, just do what you're passionate about, and then eventually you're gonna be able to move out, and everything's gonna be okay because you won't have to deal with that anymore. Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is help people. And you always do that, Cage, and we're very thankful for you to do that. Hey, Tiff, how are you doing, Tiff? How are you doing? I want to hear Jesse talk. Jesse, I want to ask you a question, and if you can answer, then it's perfect. If you can't answer, then it's okay too. Jesse, um, how did it feel well, yeah, you got kicked out of your house, but how did it feel for you to live alone? Like, how did it feel for you to be independent and on your own? And the title, please tell me how to I still haven't figured it out. Tiff, I still haven't figured it out either, but the point of this is to give each other tips and to try to figure it out together. Tiff, are you, well, I can tell you what helped me, what is helping me right now, because I'm still going through it. Um, Therapy. Therapy helped me. And honestly, doing something that I love to write, so I'm writing a lot, and that's really helping me. So yeah. But if you guys have other tips, please tell me, because I need something too. I need stuff. I wish I could afford therapy. Um, I there's free therapy too. There's free therapy. I don't know how it works in the US, but there's like group therapy is you here you have to pay for therapy if you go to a in the private system you have to pay, but if it's like group therapy, usually the government will pay for that. So go online and search for like group therapy or something like that, or even, you know what, Tiff, just go on online support, like on my blog, which I will put the link again here, or on other blogs where people support each other and help each other. That can be a form of therapy too. Not here. There is nothing for free. They love to make us pay. Yeah, I get it. Well, you still have us, Tiff. As long as you, I feel like as long as you can talk about it to somebody, then it can help. So Tiff, if you want to talk about it to us, then feel free to tell us what's going on, and maybe, maybe just the fact of letting it off your chest is gonna help you. I just swim and it calms me down. See? You do whatever you like and it calms you down. You do what you love and it calms you down. And sometimes just talking to somebody that you love calms you down too. Is there online therapy? Yes, but you do have to pay for that, Zion. But you see what we're doing right now? You guys, yes, you see what we're doing right now? What we're talking about right now? It's like therapy. When I go to my therapy group, that's all we do. We just talk. We talk about it. We let it off our chest. That's therapy. That helps way more than you guys would think. Not here. Sorry, I'm like, yeah, I met a friend recently. He talks to me every day. I help him and he helps me. Well, I'm glad we have Rana and Frank and all of you guys to talk to. Yeah, we are always here for you guys. And honestly, I'm thinking about making those streams regularly. Like once a week, there's going to be a different stream about a different subject, and just keeping it on subject. So that's going to help too. It's going to help me, and hopefully it's going to help you guys too. Okay, Tiff. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, my brother is a psychiatrist. And a couple of weeks ago, I found myself leaning a lot on Frank. Like every time I had an anxiety attack, or every time I was feeling something, I would call him and he would just, like your friend does, talk to me every day and he helped me in every way that he could help me. But one day I found that he was busy and I needed him, and I called him and he couldn't help me, and that gave me even more anxiety. And then one day I spoke to my brother about it, and he's like, yes, he's like, with those things you just have to be careful that it doesn't become a dependent relationship. So Tiff, just be careful that that person that helps you is not your only way out. You know what I mean? Like, be careful that if he's not available, you can still get through it in another way. Because, yeah, just be careful with that. Just make sure that you have a plan B. Whenever you're going through anxiety and he's not there, you don't panic. Like, you can do something else that helps you too. Rana, are you going to add the stream to the blog or link to it? Like a link on the blog. The link is already on the blog, Zion. If you go on the blog and you go to the YouTube live section, The link is already on the page, so you can just click on it and we are already on the blog. And yes, every stream every week is going to be on the blog, and every Sunday I will be posting on the blog the subject of the Monday stream, because the streams will always be Monday at 8 o'clock, and every Sunday night the subject of the stream will be posted on the blog. Okay, so you guys can regularly check out the blog to see what's going to be the subject of the stream, and if you guys want to tune into it. Okay. I also have a problem with random panic attacks. Yeah, I have that too. But usually, random panic attacks are caused by something, if you know what I mean. Like, for me, my trigger to those is if I hear a horrible story about a murder or something like that, I'm gonna start having a panic attack. So I don't know if you know what's your trigger, Jessie. Do you know what is your trigger? Do you know what triggers those panic attacks? What about the gaming streams? Tonight I will read your blog. Yes, please do read my blog and share it and comment. Guys, I need you guys to go on the blog and comment and tell me what you guys think about it, okay? Really, really important to me. I need that. I need you guys to do it so I can start building, I can start writing more and more on the blog, and people can start coming in more, and I can start growing the family, and we can help a lot more people. What about the gaming streams? The gaming streams, Alex, I'm still gonna do gaming streams. I don't know which day yet. I'm still gonna do them, but the gaming streams they don't have anything to do with the blog, so they won't be on the blog necessarily. But this stream will be on the blog. But I'm still gonna do gaming streams, probably like once a week or something, like I usually do. I let stuff build up and then it all comes out in a bad panic attack. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. But Tiff, what are if I can ask you that, like if you can answer it, if you can, it's okay. What are the kind of stuff that you let build in? Like, is it anger towards other people? Is it relationship issues with other people that you just don't say anything but it gives you panic attack? A lot of people give me a bad panic attack. What kind of people gives you a bad panic attack? Is it just people that are creepy? Because for me, if I see somebody talk to themselves, I will have a panic, like I will have anxiety, because I don't know, that's triggers me is either bad stories or creepy people. So what kind of people trigger you? Is it people that are like mean? Is it people that are like mean to you? Which one is it? Relationship issues. What I told you that happen is usually what it comes from when I think about it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, Tiff, if you want me to touch on that on live stream, because I don't know if other people know about it either. But to be honest, Tiff, just that's the thing that gets me the most too. Usually when it's either with my boyfriend or with my parents, and you guys can ask Frank whenever he comes in, is that I let so much shit pass. Like, people will fuck me over 100 times, and I let it pass, and I let it pass, and I let it pass, until it just bottles up, and then I have a huge panic attack, and then I start like being mean to everybody. So I do understand that, but honestly, we have to just find a way that you can say those things. Like, okay, for me, what I'm trying to do now is whenever I'm mad at somebody, I'll write it down. Like, I'll take a piece of paper and I'll just write it down, and that makes me feel better. Maybe you need to find an activity like that that makes you feel better. And then after that, try to find a way, try to find a nice way to tell people. I don't know how to do that yet because I haven't figured it out either yet. But that's how I see things now. It's just I try to write stuff down, and then I try to tell people in a nice way what I feel. And sometimes it's not very nice. I'm still trying to figure out the nice part. I don't have it down either. But yeah, just try to like write it down. Everything that happens to you, everything that people piss you off, just write it down and then get it off your chest and then come back to it and try to talk to them in a peaceful manner. Traffic: once someone honked at me on a highway and I stopped in the middle of lane and just panicked as people sped by honking. I have somebody in my support group that has kind of the same problem as you, Jesse. And to be honest, Jesse, there are some relaxation techniques on the internet that might be able to help you, like how to breathe when you're mad, like how to take deep breaths and just let it out, and that might be able to help you. I think you should try that. I have a link for you, Jesse. So if you want, Jesse, you can just message me in private, or message me on my blog, and I will be able to send you that link. It's like an app that helps you. It helps with your anger. It helps with your panic attacks because it helps you take deep breaths. Often when you have panic attacks, what happens is just that you can't breathe well, and that helps you take deep breaths and just relax. And the fact that you're getting mad at people in traffic, that's not weird at all, because a lot of people get mad at other people in traffic. What makes it worse for you is the anxiety part. That's what makes you have a panic. A lot of people get mad at other people in traffic, but because you have anxiety, that's what gives you the panic attack. And that's why I said just go on I will give you the link to the app and you can just download it and just practice taking deep breaths. That's going to help you a lot when you get the panic attack. But in order to stop getting the panic attack, Jesse, I strongly suggest, because there's something behind that. You're not having a panic attack because of the traffic. You're having a panic attack because of all the issues that you have in your life. There's something behind that anxiety, that panic attack. There's something behind that. So I would suggest, Jesse, strongly suggest actually, try to go see a specialist. They are here to help you. Or Jesse, you know what? Do, like, even if it's just once a week, do an activity that you enjoy and that relaxes you. Like a hobby, like Alex said, he goes swimming, I write. That actually really helps with the panic attacks. You think you might be like listening and being like, oh, what the hell does that have to do with anything? But doing something you love once a week helps your anxiety go down, and when your anxiety goes down, your panic attacks go down with it. Get it? I'm just gonna catch up on the... Have you ever been mean to Frank, and what was his response to you? Oh, have I ever been mean to Frank? Oh my god. Yes. Yes, I have been mean to Frank. I've been mean to Frank a lot of times. And to be honest, sometimes he deserves it. A lot of it. Here's the thing. That's more like relationships. Relationships, they're not like always rosy. They're not always rosy. And if you want to be together with somebody for a long time, you get to know their good side and you get to know their bad side. Unfortunately, people have a lot of bad sides to them. And I've been mean to Frank with reason sometimes. And I've been mean to Frank without reason sometimes. And honestly, his response was, when it was with reason. Frank is the type of person, my boyfriend's Frank, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know. My boyfriend is Frank. He's the type of person that when he gets mad, like when he knows that he's wrong, when he knows that he's done something wrong, he knows it. You know, like he's not, if I get mad at him and he knows that he's wrong, he won't argue with me on that point. He will just be like, yeah, I'm wrong. Like he won't deny the fact that he's wrong. And if he knows that he's not wrong, then he's gonna argue until tomorrow. But usually, if I get mad at him because he did something, then he will be like, okay, how can I fix it? But it has happened that I've been getting mad at him because I have anxiety, because I have depression, because I'm mad at the world, and I can't take it out on anybody else. And it has happened that I have taken it out on him. Actually, it's happened recently that I've taken it out on him. And his response to it is, you know what? If he knows when I'm just taking my anger out on him. Like he has a way of knowing things. He knows when it's just me thinking I'm taking out my anger on him, and he will be like, okay, you're mad, right? You're going through something right now. He will let it slide. He will let it slide, and then when I get home, after, if it's like I've seen him face to face, he will let it slide, and when I get home, he's just gonna text me, babe, I love you, just to make me feel, to make me feel better, to make me feel happy. And if it's just me talking to him on the phone and being mean to him on the phone for no reason, because of my anxiety or my depression or whatever, he will hang up the phone. He will be like, okay, you know what? I know you're going through something right now. Hang up the phone, give me a while, then text me. Same thing, babe, I love you. So he's not gonna get mad at me. Like I'm so lucky because I have someone that's not gonna get mad at me, because he knows what I go through on a daily basis. And if I take it out on him, he doesn't get mad at me. He's there. He just listens. He just keeps on listening. And I know it's bad because sometimes I don't want to take it out on him too much. Sometimes I feel bad because I just took it out on him for no reason. And then I'm the type of person that I'll realize it, and I'll just, after he texted me, I love you, I'll just be like, I'm so sorry that I took it out on you. Like, I'm so sorry. So usually it doesn't turn into a fight. Usually it's just him being really, really supportive, and then me realizing that I'm a jerk. And, yeah, that's what it is. Has Frank ever been mean to you before? Yes. Yes, he has. He's been mean to me before, and I've been mean to him before. But that's a relationship, you guys. That's what it is. That's what it is to be in a long-term relationship. Sometimes you're mean to each other. Sometimes you're nice to each other. And it happens. You get into fights. Well, we don't get, me and Frank, we don't get into fights, okay? Usually, please share the stream out, people. Yes, thank you, Vamp. Please share the stream out, people. Sometimes I'm gonna get mad at him. Sometimes he's gonna get mad at me. Sometimes he's gonna be mean to me. Sometimes I'll be mean to him. But here's the thing with Frank is that he never, if he's mean to me, like it happened last week, I think. Yeah, last week. Yeah, last week. Perfect example of it. I will tell you guys what it was all about. I don't think Frank would mind if I tell you guys, okay? Last Saturday, I was sitting, because I always come to his house on Saturdays. This stream hits a bit home for me. Oh, Vamp, we are here to talk. And if you need to talk, just let us know. Just talk. Because honestly, just talking really helps. It helps me, and it's been helping a lot of people. So Vamp, we're here for you if you need to talk. So yeah. It happened to me last week. I always come to his house on Saturday, and if you guys don't know, whenever he's streaming on Saturdays, I'm always behind him. So I'm behind the scenes of the stream. And that's because Frank works 5 days a week. And he works like shifts like crazy. Like today he's been working 9 to 9. So for me it's like, when am I gonna see my boyfriend? And because I want to be supportive of him, I sit behind him when he's streaming. So then last Saturday he was streaming. He had a bit of technical difficulties, and maybe it was me being, it was a little bit of him being mean and a little bit of me being hypersensitive. Yeah, I hear you behind the scenes of the stream. Yeah, you guys hear me. You guys hear me typing. You guys hear me talking. Yeah. So there was like some technical difficulties with his stream, and he was trying to solve things. I need a minute. Okay, Jesse, it's okay. Whenever you want to come back and talk, we're gonna be here. Yeah, so he was behind us. I was behind the scenes, and he was having some technical difficulties. And I go, and Frank, when it comes to his streams or to his YouTube, he wants everything to be perfect for you guys. So he gets really aggravated when it goes wrong, and like he gets mad when it goes wrong. And I was just like, well, what went wrong? What's going on? And he was like, shut. He was like, shush. I was like, what? Did you just shush me? Did you really just shush me? He's like, yeah, shush. I'm like, okay. I sat behind him, and I was like, and I don't know what he said to me, and I was like, shush, because you shush me, then I'll shush you back. And he was like, well, I don't interrupt you while you're streaming. And that got me so mad. Like, that hurt. Like, for me, that was mean, you know? So I started crying. You guys didn't hear me cry, but I was crying behind the scenes. And immediately when he stopped his stream, he came up behind me, and he's like, I'm so sorry I was mean to you. He's like, I'm so sorry I was mean to you. I did not mean to be mean to you. And he gave me a hug, and he realized what he said that was wrong, and that's what it is. That's all the time, you guys. Whenever he says something mean to me or I say something mean to him, we immediately realize it like 5-10 minutes later, and we say sorry. And that's how it works, because that's how we don't have like long fights. We don't we've never been into a fight that has lasted more than like 5 minutes, to be honest. And usually it's not even a fight, it's just us like talking or whatever. Yeah, that's why he was looking sad, probably. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why he was looking sad. But anyways, that's the type of that's the type of like mean stuff that we would say to each other. It's not really mean, it's just, yep. And like he's never insulted me, and I've never insulted him. We've never had that kind of stuff between us. But then again, because we've only been together for a year and 7 months, 8 months, a year and 8 months, yeah. So, maybe one day we will say something very mean to each other, maybe we won't, but that's how it goes with couples. That's how it is. Seem longer. What do you mean seem longer, man? What do you mean? Yeah, that's how it goes with relationships, to be honest. But okay, whenever I'm mad with Frank, the only thing that I can think about is when I was at my lowest in October. In October, I was at my lowest. I literally thought I was going crazy. I was sitting in my bed, could not get out of my bed, could not do anything, okay? and Frank would come over. He would take me out. I would cry inside the car with him for hours. Literally, just sitting down inside the car, crying my eyes out. And he would just stand there, and he would just be there. And then at some point, my parents could not be there for me because they did not understand what I was going through, and they judged they judged me a lot. They not by their own fault, but they did judge me a lot. So one night I just called Frank. I knew something was wrong with me. I was like, I knew that I was like at my end. I called Frank and I'm like, Frank, tomorrow morning you need to be at my house at 6 a.m. because I need to go to the emergency room because I am going crazy. And I know that I'm going crazy. That was, at the end, it was just my anxiety. But at the time, I thought my anxiety made me think that I was going crazy. He woke up, he came to my house at 6 a.m., stayed for me for waited with me for 6 hours at the emergency room until I could see a doctor. Saw the doctor with me. Brought me home after, had dinner with me and my parents after. And every time I get mad at him or every time I get like irritated with him, I'm like, wow, but you can't get mad at him because he did that for you. What kind of person, like, if he doesn't love you, if he doesn't love you, nobody's gonna do that for you if they don't love you. So every time I get mad at him, I just think about that moment. And it, like, I can't be mad anymore. Seems like we've been together for longer. Yeah, I feel like we've been together for longer too. Yeah, we will shine. I want a relationship, Dusty. When you stop looking for it, it will come. I've told you that many times, Dusty. Stop looking for it and it will come. Not see her working. Yeah, it looks like they've been together for like at least, I feel like we've been together for at least 3 years, to be honest. I'm gonna head to bed. Just night. Night, Dana. Have a good night. Well, when she's working, go ask her out. Yeah, when she's working, Dusty, go ask her out. Definitely. But Dusty, the best advice I can give you with relationship is that when you're not looking, it's gonna come to you. And I've told you that so many times, Dusty, I can't even count it. Stop looking, it's gonna come to you. That's a huge bottle of water, guys. That's how much water I drink. So yeah, honestly, in a relationship, yeah, you do get mad at each other. Yeah, you do say mean things to each other. But you have to remember the moments where the other person was there for you when nobody was there for you. And honestly, um, like I said, every time I get mad at Frank for like a stupid reason, I just think, wow, girl, think back to October. Think back to October, to that day, to all of those days that he sat down in his car with you crying when he could have just left you. He could have been like, you know what? She's crazy. I'm just going to leave her. Bye. But he didn't. He didn't. He sat down. He stayed with me. He brought me to the hospital. He stayed at the hospital with me. He even went to go see the doctor. He went inside the doctor's office with me. He talked to the doctor with me. He talked to my parents with me. He was there when nobody was there. Nobody. So, I don't know, like, there's nothing that he can do that can be bad enough for me to forget that, you know? Unless he cheated on me. If he cheated on me, then it's over. But he would never cheat on me because that's the way it is. So you guys, yeah. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the same thing, you guys, because it's very, very important to me. Please, guys, just go on my blog and comment. Check out my blog. Check out my articles and my poems that I wrote, and just comment something on the main page, just to, for me to know that you guys like it or you guys don't like it. And we will be doing a stream like this every Monday. That's besides the game streams. The game streams are gonna keep on going, and but there will be a stream like this every Monday, and I will post on Sunday night. I will post the subject of the stream, of the following stream, on my blog. So you guys check out regularly my blog, and every time there's a new post, I keep on sharing my blog anyways on Discord and on Facebook and on social media. And follow me on Instagram, everybody. Follow me on Instagram too, because I post my my articles and my blogs on Instagram too. Glad to see you back, Jesse. I'm about to end it, Jesse, and everybody else. I'm gonna end it. But yeah, as I said, go check out my blog. Go write a comment. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next stream, which will be, besides the gaming streams, which will be next Monday. And tomorrow I will be posting a new article on my blog. So I will be sharing that article on Discord and on social media too. So go check out that article. And on Friday I will be posting a poem on my blog too. So you guys go check that out too. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Good night, everybody. And I really, really hope this helped some people. And Jesse, like I told you, if you want the link to the app for you to be able to relax whenever you get a panic attack, just write a comment on my blog and I will be able to send you the link. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have an amazing night. Night.